team. So I got a special little gift for you listeners out there. We are going to go into some picture-in-picture. If I can figure this out, just give me. Oh wait, I gotta present. That would definitely help. 1 second here. There we go. We're going to do a playoff weekly winners on Underdog. So I have drafted a few Underdog teams live on my show, and I've had tremendous amount of luck. The Best Ball Mania 4 draft that I did live on the show made it all the way to the finals. Unfortunately, it did fall apart due to Justin Herbert and Mark Andrews going on IR. And also, I think we lost Nick Chubb on a bunch of teams too. I don't know if it was that one as well. No, I don't think it was actually. Sorry. Getting away from myself. Anyways, bottom line is it was because we drafted a bunch of 49ers. We drafted Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, and Brandon Ayuk on that team. So it was very successful. And then we drafted a couple weekly winners also. And I don't know if it was necessarily the one that I drafted, but I definitely had one that hit and I won a couple $100. So that was really nice. So I've been very lucky again with the best ball drafts live on air. So we are going to do one. This is playoffs weekly winner draft on best ball. So let's put this in dark mode first of all, because it looks like shit when it's in light mode. And we are waiting. So the way that this works for those that are not familiar, basically you are drafting. I'm so used to having it on my phone. You are drafting essentially a quarterback. It's one quarterback, one running back, and then 3 wide. Or no, in this format. Sorry, I'm so used to the normal format. Normally, it is quarterback, one running back, 2 wide receiver, and then a flex option, which could also be an RB. In this format, though, it's 1 QB, 2 RB, 2 this thing, and then 1 flex, if I'm remembering right. Either way, it's basically playoff weekly winner. So you're trying to not just obviously hit teams that are going to be in the playoffs, but you want the high scoring teams in the playoffs. You want the ability to get the most points per week. So it's like there is definitely some strategy involved of, are you going to try and load up on what you think are going to be the Super Bowl winners and have it all hit in that 1 week? Or are you going to try and hit on all the divisionals and maybe try and get it all in that first week? So, there's different ways of trying to play this. In the meantime, I'm just going to go pull up some standings for myself while we're waiting here. So just to run through it, obviously the Dolphins are 10-4, have a 2-game lead on the AFC East. The Bills, though, are 8-6. They will probably crack their way in because they've opened up the playoff race at this point. Also, for anyone watching while we're waiting, if you want to drop some questions in the comments, feel free. I'm here to answer them. But the Ravens still leading the AFC North. However, again, the Browns are only 2 games back, and the Ravens, if they lose to the 49ers, things could change. Just saying. And the Browns next week, too, they get the Jets. That's a Browns win. And the Ravens get the Dolphins. So the Ravens with the 49ers and Dolphins the next 2 weeks. And the Browns get the Texans, who might not have CJ Stroud. and they get the Jets. So we could definitely see the Browns win 2 games and the Ravens lose 2 games, and then suddenly they would be tied for the division. And it would all come down to week 18, which would be fucking crazy. Wow, I hadn't even fully realized that. And then, I mean, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's gonna be that's crazy. That is so crazy. So it's gonna come down to Steelers, Ravens, and then Bengals, Browns in week 18. And potentially could be for the entire division. And yeah, that's honestly, I mean, record wise, it's not obviously for the teams, it's not, but the record wise, that's the best division in football right now. I mean, you're talking 11-3, 9-5, 8-6, 7-7. Every single team has a winning record, which is crazy. Oh, and then yeah, the AFC South is still in a 3-way race. Jags, Colts, Texans, all 8-6. Titans are the only ones probably out, 5-9. And then in the AFC West, you got the Chiefs, the Broncos, the Raiders, and Chargers. That one feels. I mean, technically, again, the Chiefs, if they were to lose 2 and the Broncos were to win 2, that could flip. I don't really see that one happening. I think the Chiefs will end up winning that division again. Yeah, Dallas and Philly are tied. Detroit, luckily enough for them, have a 3-game lead on the division, so I think they're safe at this, or they're definitely safe at this point. Uh, here we go. We're filled up here. Oh yeah, Bucks. The Bucks are 7-7. They're kind of making a push, eh? All right, so we're gonna fall at 1-4 here. I'm gonna use my own advice because I'm so generally bad at it, but we're gonna set ourselves a cue. So obviously, we're going to target the players that we believe are going to be in the tippy top of that playoff race. I do think the Bills can make a run. Somehow, I feel like the Ravens definitely have potential for a first-round exit. I'm not as keen on them. The other thing I'm going to have to remember too is a little bit more balance this time. Last time I took too many running backs and I did not have enough wide receiver tight ends. So that's definitely something to be wary of. But we are definitely wanting multiple quarterbacks here. Even though it's only going to pull one quarterback per week, we're going to want to play the odds. Generally, I have taken the quarterbacks a little high, and I have really tried to take one on the AFC and one on the NFC to really try and maximize that potential. Love Rashee Rice. Love, love, love. And see, so Tyreek Hill, very interesting there. Yeah, that feels like the 49ers just feel destined right now for the Super Bowl. I do think that they are a little bit better than the Cowboys and Eagles, respectively. When everything's firing for them, they are, I think, the best team in football right now. And so even though A.J. Brown was definitely right there for us, so was Jalen Hurts, we're going to take Debo. I would love if Brock Purdy could make it back to me for the stack here. Jalen Hurts, and then A.J. Brown goes. And this guy's picking back to back. This guy already has a quarterback, so hopefully if he does not take Purdy-licious, then he will fall back to me for the stack. Fuck. God damn it. I hate when that happens. It's two good picks for him though. AJ Brown and Brock Purdy. That's potentially the NFC Championship right there. All right, so we're gonna have to pivot. And we're gonna go with Travis Kelce because hard not to bet on the Chiefs. And that'll give us potentially two players in what could be a Super Bowl matchup, 49ers Chiefs. So I like that. Feels like a good start so far. However, Dak went off the board immediately after. Now the quarterbacks are really flying. Oh, that sucks. All right, what are we doing here? So with all those quarterbacks going off, it feels like we're gonna have to pivot a little bit. So let's see what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna try and go for a big divisional run. We definitely want to make sure we have a good quarterback that could go far. So we're gonna take Josh Allen here. And I think we're gonna actually wait on the second quarterback. Now I could have gone Tua there, but and there's lots of running backs still, so I'm not too concerned about that. I think we might go with a sneaky stack though of Josh Allen and James Cook. Let's see if that makes it back to us. I do really like Rashee Rice here too, though. Oh, we already have Travis Kelce though, and I want that stack. Don't have a running back yet. Let's go with James Cook. And so far we can see here we've got Allen, Cook, Debo, and Kelce. So we have a good starting core here. Let's start looking at who we're going to be targeting coming up. So again, I definitely made the mistake last time going a little bit too heavy on the on the running backs, excuse me. We still definitely want a quarterback here. So we're going to have to add some quarterbacks that potentially could have a big divisional week is kind of what we're looking at. So that's why we're going to take Jared Goff here because at this point it seems he's locked into, we know he's going to make the playoffs at least. I also like Baker Mayfield. I think they are going to potentially win that division, which would mean Baker could win a playoff game or two. And we can kind of wait on that. Oh. So we're going to take another running back here. And we're actually, again, going to... I really would like to go to the NFC. You know what? We're going to go with Jahmyr Gibbs here. I like Gibbs. I do like Sam Laporta as well, but we want to try and balance this out with some running backs and some wide receivers. So again, so far, Josh Allen and James Cook, Jahmyr Gibbs, Debo Samuel, and Travis Kelce. I was looking hard at Gus Bus there, but again, I want to try and make sure that I'm not just evening out potential playoff teams here, but also evening out on the AFC and NFC side to try and maximize my potential and capabilities. So I think we're going to double up here with, we've already got Josh Allen stacked with his running back. Let's go ahead and do the same thing. Just makes good sense. On the NFC side, Jared Goff and Jahmyr Gibbs. Put those two together. And we still have a lot of receiving options that I like. You know, we have Mike Evans. I like Jerick McKinnon. He's always great in the playoffs. Still have Rashad White potentially. I think the Browns could be sneaky in the playoffs, so we can always take Amari Cooper, David Njoku. It's always good to consider guys you haven't really thought of. You know, the Jags. Jags are definitely a team I'm overlooking. Evan Ingram has been very reliable. You know, with Calvin Ridley, you get the spike weeks, though. You know, if they make the playoffs and he gets a massive, week in that first playoff game. So we definitely want some spike week potential as well. So far, I'm really liking the way that this team is shaping up, though. We have what is this? 1, 2, 3. We've got 4 picks left. Yeah, I'm going to go with the spike week potential of a Mike Evans. And you know something? We could even take a third quarterback, maybe. I don't know if I really want to do that, though, actually. I think I might just load up on skill players and hope for the best when it comes to the quarterbacks that I already have. Yeah, I definitely see some big play wide receivers in Calvin Ridley and Amari Cooper. I'm going to take Cooper first. He feels a little bit safer. I think people are really down on Calvin Ridley. He might make it back to us. Though now I'm already kind of regretting that I didn't flip that, because Calvin Ridley has more spike week potential than Evan Ingram. Whereas I feel like David Njoku is just as good an option as Amari Cooper. Or I guess like almost vice versa. We'll see what happens here. All these teams only have one quarterback, so maybe that could help us here. We probably want one more running back as well. We might have to take a really auxiliary option. See, Calvin Ridley ended up going as well. Not that Amari Cooper would not have gone, just if I had gone Calvin Ridley, David Njoku, I think I would have felt better about that. But as it stands, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Evan Ingram here. Definitely a more balanced team than I built last time. So I feel better about that. And for running back, Elijah Mitchell could be a sneaky option for sure. For sure. Clyde. Jerome Ford's kind of just been a my guy. Oh, look at that. He got snatched up right in front of me, too. We're going to go with Clyde for the last pick here. Give us an extra running back. All right. And we are officially done. A playoff weekly winner. So let's just quickly recap here. Starting from the 4 spot, we went with Deebo Samuel, 1.4. Following up with Travis Kelce. Even though he's been beleaguered, I really do believe that they're going to make the playoffs. And then jumped into the team here. So, sorry, let me just do it this way then. Quarterback, we've got Josh Allen and Jared Goff. We were able to stack those with the running backs of James Cook and Jahmyr Gibbs. And then we took Clyde as a deep auxiliary option for the Chiefs, because the Chiefs always have that potential to make a Super Bowl run. And then I really feel good about this wide receiver / tight end room. Deebo Samuel, Travis Kelce, couple spike week potentials of Mike Evans and Amari Cooper, and then Evan Ingram. So I feel like this is a really strong candidate for a weekly winners. And hey, shout out to all of you in the comments. And yeah, don't miss Thursday Night Football starting now. That is right. Shout out to you, Sideline Report. Shout out to my boy, Raphael Quinton, who was also in the comments. I appreciate all you listeners. As always, well, before I sign off, actually, very quickly again, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. I'll be back Sunday live stream, 8:30 a.m., and I'll announce it there. But again, we're going to do a double show on Christmas Day because I got nothing else to do. So Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. I will catch you guys on the flip side.
He's running down the middle by the 50. He's at the 30. He's bare-chested and banging his chest. Now he runs the opposite way. He runs at the 50. He runs at the 40. The guy is drunk, but there he goes. The 20. They're chasing him. They're not going to get him. Waving his arms, bare-chested. Somebody stop that man. Here comes